Once in a tranquil village nestled between rolling hills and a shimmering lake, there lived a sage known for his unshakable calm. People traveled from far and wide to learn the secret to his serenity. Sitting under a grand ancient tree, he would share wisdom that rolled off his tongue like a gentle stream flowing effortlessly over stones. One day, a restless young man approached him. "Master," he asked, "how can I live a life where no insult or challenge disturbs my peace?" The sage smiled, gesturing toward the lotus blooms floating on the lake. "Be like the lotus," he said, untouched by the mud or water surrounding it. "Let me guide you through 10 principles to achieve this tranquility." Principle 1. Insults and offenses. The sage picked up a stone and dropped it into the calm lake. Ripples formed, then faded into stillness. "When someone insults you, let their words be like this stone," he said. "They create ripples, but only if you hold on to them do they disturb your peace. Let go, and the water, like your heart, returns to calm." He added, "Holding on to anger is like drinking poison, expecting another to suffer. Remember, their words reflect their struggles, not your worth. Show compassion and stay undisturbed." Principle 2. Everyone is a teacher. Each person you meet, the sage continued, is your teacher. From some, you learn kindness. From others, patience. The challenges people bring are lessons in disguise. See these lessons as gifts, and every interaction becomes an opportunity to grow. He smiled, recalling Buddha's words, "When you care for yourself, you care for others. When you care for others, you care for yourself." Principle 3. Transform envy into inspiration. The sage led the young man to a towering oak. "Do you envy its strength?" he asked. "Instead, let it inspire you to grow as tall in your own way. Celebrate others' success, for their light can guide your path. What you admire in others, cultivate within yourself." Principle 4. Self-discipline with compassion. Discipline is like tending a garden, the sage said. You must pull weeds from your mind to let your virtues flourish. Hold yourself to high standards, but forgive others for their imperfections. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would extend to a dear friend. Principle 5. True strength comes from within. Placing his hand on the young man's shoulder, the sage said, "No storm can topple a tree with deep roots. Similarly, no one can harm you unless you allow it. True strength comes from within, from knowing you control your response to life's tempests." Principle 6. The power of acceptance. The sage pointed to the river flowing gently past the village. "Acceptance," he explained, "is like a boat moving with the current. Struggling against it brings exhaustion, but flowing with it brings peace. Accept what is, and trust the journey. This is not surrender but wisdom." Principle 7. Harmony with nature. Rise with the sun, the sage advised, and rest with its descent. Nature's rhythms remind us of our own cycles, growth, rest, and renewal. Aligning with these brings clarity, simplicity, and balance. Principle 8. Ethical living. What you think, you become, the sage said, echoing Buddha's wisdom. Live with honesty, kindness, and respect for all beings. Each small act of goodness creates ripples of harmony both within and around you. Principle 9. Forgiveness as freedom. Forgiveness, he said, is the key to freedom. Let go of resentment, it chains your heart. Forgive not for others, but for your peace. Like clearing clouds from the sky, it opens the way for light to shine through. Principle 10. Inner peace is a choice. The sage closed his eyes. Peace is always within reach. It is not the absence of storms, but the ability to remain calm in their midst. Mindfulness, compassion, and acceptance are your tools. Guard your peace as a treasure only you can protect. As the young man stood to leave, the sage smiled. "Remember," he said, "true tranquility is not found in changing the world, but in transforming yourself. Live by these principles, and no storm will shake your soul." This story teaches us that peace is not an external gift, but an inner journey. When we let go of anger, envy, and resistance, we create space for compassion, acceptance, and growth. Like the lotus, we can rise above life's challenges, unshaken and serene. If you found this story inspiring, share your thoughts in the comments. Which principle resonates with you the most? Let's start a conversation about inner peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that more seekers can join us on this journey of mindfulness and transformation. Your support helps spread these messages of tranquility far and wide.